How do I turn this off? Sorry. Every time I start recording, it has this metronome going off. Okay. Okay, I just started recording. Are you ready? Well, I can start it whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to do a call where I rate a dick and then I call you and then you rate the dick? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll rate the dick. Are we doing dick ratings right now?
I mean, I don't know. This just came out of left field. I never know. You know how it is. You never know if they're actually serious or not.
What does
the
he
money's
want us
in my
to
hand.
do?
Literally that. Just rate. Just dick rates.
So, but...
Like a call.
Like a Skype call?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. It also says Colorado Cock 3, so just be forewarned.
You know, I don't even know how these people, I don't even worry anymore, you know?
Okay.
This is my life. I'm glad that people think it's interesting enough to see it.
Right?
And if
anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So just see if it's easier than typing. Are we recording yet? Was that just our intro?
I guess that was our intro. We are recording. I started and it was immediately into dick ratings.
I mean, it's just the timing, man.
It's always the timing.
These are real horny people hours this time, though. Before we did it, like, during the day when people have, like, some decorum.
I guess you're right. This is, like, the fucking Fox demon hours.
Yeah, this is just straight up deviant.
It's not, 11:30 is not too bad for me. I'm going to say, like, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. is the fucking wild shift.
Yeah. Anything after 2 a.m. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
No, it's like a lot of dick ratings, humiliation, and people who are on drugs.
Like not fun drugs.
Yeah, yeah, like they want us, which, like, I don't, like, judge, how you want to spend your time is great, but, like, I don't want to watch you spend your time that way.
Yeah, exactly. It was the nightmare. I was just a baby fox when it happened to me the first time, and I had no idea that that's what people did. And he, like, got me, like, two of, like, my hard nose. He got me within, like, 2 minutes of each other, and I was, like, I, like, logged off the call, and then, like, it was sent through a gift card that it was just, like, a whole thing. I was like, I'm never camming again. And then I got online and started camming again, because that's how life is, but it was the worst.
The golden handcuffs.
Oh, nothing good. Dude, terrible. I just remember, I don't even think I was 21 yet. Like, it was probably, like, one of the first 3 shows I ever did. That's why I didn't do Skype until, like, literally, like, 3 months ago. This guy, like, scarred me for life.
I mean, it gets wild out there, but, like, yeah, I don't watch certain crazy things anymore. I just hang up, like.
It was, I don't know. I think that's one thing that does happen, like, I guess a callback to the last episode. I don't know what order these are going to be in, but
this
with
is
30 comes...
episode. Actually, the first one was a teaser, so technically this would be our first full-length episode, but actually our teaser pretty much made full-length, so...
Yeah, I'm a yapper. But a callback to that is, I think that's, like, one thing when you become 30 is, like, just don't put up with that shit anymore. You're just like, I'm just going to hang up and exit the situation, whereas, like, 19, 20, I'm like, oh my god, what if I offend this person who's clearly crossed every single boundary and made me super uncomfortable?
Yeah,
no.
For real, though. And, like, you know, internet consent needs to be a thing. I had this rant earlier today because, like, tell me why dudes can send me pictures of their dicks all day long, but when I ask for, like, a Cash App or for them to subscribe to a platform that actually allows those interactions, I get a fucking slap on the wrist for community standards.
They said, how dare you try to clean up the community?
I just think it's shitty that guys can send us their dicks all day, but we can't send them links to where they can actually send it to not get me in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. And the whole thing, I don't know. It's just a man's society, and I don't want to get on that soapbox right at this moment, because that'll be another 8 episodes, to be fair.
That's like every episode, kind of, to be honest.
It's the undertone. It's the subplot to every one of these, to be fair. It's like, oof. I love my job, but oof.
I'm addicted to these Biscoff cookies. I can't stop eating them.
Dude, they're so good.
These sandwiches are crazy.
I'm sure.
They have the cookie cream in them, in the Biscoff cookies. They have vanilla ones, too.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it's like the cookie cream cookie? Like the cookie butter cream?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Next
level. They really popped off with that one.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe I saw these. I was like, what is this? Like, I have to have it.
I actually saw them at Publix the other day, and I was going to get some, and I was like, they're probably not vegan, though, because they've got the cream in them. And then I looked, and I was like, they are vegan, but I still shouldn't get them, because I just stopped breaking out from all the sugar in my diet.
Yeah, I should probably
That's
take
right.
a lesson from your book, but I'm not. I'm already, like, almost done with the whole thing I sent you a picture of earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. Live your life. I ate, like, a whole bag of chocolate, like, chips, so, in, like, 3 days. Like, I mean, it's not really a page out of my book. It was just, like, maybe I should not do this for the 5th day in a row.
I mean, you know, who's really judging you here?
Yeah, like, just a little modicum of self-control, man. Some sort of discipline. It's terrible. I love grocery shopping, and my toxic trait is I have to eat it all.
Oh, that's how I am. Yeah, no, the eating it all. Like, that's why I'm like, it's open already. I need to just eat it.
I know. I'm like, that's one serving. One package is one serving. It's gonna go bad. Don't eat it.
I know.
Doesn't take it from me.
Wow. This row is gonna be gone.
Huh? This row is gone. Are we doing the 420 episode then? Is that the point of this? So that we've gotten our yapping out of the way?
Yeah, I was actually about to just introduce that part of it. Because I have a note here to keep me on task.
At least we have, like, you know, one shared brain cell. Okay, so...
It only took us 13 minutes to get to what the show is really about. But you know what? I can tell you why it took us 13 minutes to get there.
But it'll take another 13 to...
We should just introduce this show at the end of the show.
Anyway, so now that we've already gone to the store, thanks for coming to our 420 episode.
Yeah.
Welcome and goodbye.
Welcome and goodbye.
We're going to say welcome and then just pause and be like, cut here. And goodbye. There you go. Just the editing cues for ourselves for later. Oh, God, my media teacher used to get so mad at me for doing that, but I was like, look, you know what I don't like doing is listening and watching the same thing and then writing down timestamps and going back and editing. Like, there's got to be a better way, because this was, you know, back before technology.
Yeah, now we just have TikTok.
So I just... Yeah, now it used to be so hard to edit things, but I used to just like yell or like do something weird so that I'd know where to cut the video.
Yeah. No, it really, what really is crazy? It used to be so hard, and you used to have to like spend thousands of dollars to go to school to learn how to use software to like edit videos and stuff. And like, I was one of those people who went and did that. And then TikTok came out. So like, fuck that degree.
Dude, and the thing is, right, like, they tell you when you're getting all this stuff, like, they're telling you, like, it's not going to be, like, relevant for long because technology is advancing, but you're young and you're stupid, and you're like, I'll just learn it as it comes out, and then you take a year off, and all of a sudden, you're, like, AI everything, and I'm like, whoa, hold up, wait, I was just, like, literally printing out pictures and putting them together on a page and mailing them into the yearbook. Like, what is this?
Yeah, we're fucking flip phones now.
I'm like, I had a Nokia. I had to do T9. Do you even know predictive text?
Oh my god, okay. That's so funny. T9, bitches. T fucking 9. If you don't know what T9 is, you're not fucking old enough for this show.
I walk so you could sprint. I used to have the fastest fingers.
The fastest thing. That's why we're cam girls.
Exactly. Also, yeah, I feel like they just influenced an entire generation, and it's just missed an entire, like, the next generation. They're just not going to know the joys of camming. They still don't know what it is. They're just like, can I just pay you to, like, sext me? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. You're Gen Z. I already know you're, like, 20, 21, 20-something.
Are those Gen Z? They're not Gen Zs. Aren't they called something else? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know.
But I
know the generation after me is Gen Z.
They're really about the fucking, like, every other platform on the phone. That's why I wish some of these campsites would get with the times.
I just don't know. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I tried to, like, do, like, a whole stoner-based network, and that was, like, just a headache on its own. So I can only imagine, like, the sex stuff, how much of a headache that is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is not easy to regulate online. Or not regulate.
And God forbid they figure out how to surpass, like, your age shit, and then you're just going down.
Oh, exactly.
For federal offenses.
Right. Yeah, it's fucking scary. It's, like, scary to be liable for that stuff.
Yeah, because that's, like, literally the opposite of everything I stand for, so I'm just trying not to.
Trying not to go there.
Right? Jeez. Anyway, back to 420.
Back to 420.
My bong is outside.
Your what?
My bong is outside, but I charged my vape pen.
Oh, we're vaping then. I'm vaping on some live resin that our nice friend had picked up for me.
I still have edibles from him, but that flower's gone, man.
The flower's gone. I'm pretty much like...
It's been gone.
I smoked one of the bags, and then the other one I still have, and I'm like rationing it out. But I don't have very much of that left. I'm like running low. I'm gonna have to come back soon.
To be fair, I found out what is probably going wreck this year. So
I know. I heard about that.
I'm like, is it even worth it to do this again? They charge you so much for a card out here.
Well, the thing about having your medical card, though, it does have its benefits. Like, if you get in trouble and go on probation, if you have a medical card, you can still smoke weed. Which is kind of
valid.
Cool. Yeah, that's like one of the reasons I'm like, yeah, not that I have been on probation. I've been with a lot of boys who have been on probation, and that's been their saving grace. But should that ever come in my life, like, I don't want that to come. Like, I'm smoking weed. I can't stop. But there's, like, that's more the benefit of having it. I mean, yeah, because you can use it medicinally. And higher limits in most states. Who knows? Colorado, they lowered all the limits like last year, so basically it's like the same limits for rec and med. But again, like the benefit is like if you get in trouble, you actually need the card, you have a little bit more like say, I guess, in how your outcome looks.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing is you should probably, if you're gonna smoke weed, get a medical card if you're out here. But I just still have some anyway. I think it's just the only problem with it is because Florida and their gun laws. So, like, if you do want to conceal carry, you can't have it, but you can still have a gun license. I'm pretty sure you just can't have like a concealed weapons permit, which means like you have to wait.
No, I don't think they give you. They don't. Well, you can. They'll issue it, I believe, after so long of you not having your license. Because I ran into that during COVID, because everyone was trying to buy guns, including myself. And I had my medical card, and they said that they wouldn't let me do it because I had my medical card. And that, like, they consider that, like, drunk firing, like, stoned firing. But I'm like, well, then take the fucking... don't issue it to people who drink, too. Just saying.
I guess they have their own statute in Florida, though.
About the guns?
So, yeah. Because there's like a Florida statute, 790.06 or something, allows adults with a medical marijuana card to carry a concealed gun in Florida if they meet the requirements.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like I think it has to deal with like because Florida's just weird about guns. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely like guns more than Colorado. Colorado does not like guns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, but I mean, to be fair, Colorado has a reason to not like guns.
Fixin' to fucking say highest shooting rate, mass shooting rates, like 100%. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's wild over there. It's so crazy. I don't even like to go out when I hang out there.
Yeah, Colorado seems just, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't give the people losing their minds in the mountains guns. I get it.
It was so nice, like, so long ago, and, like, yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. Like, yeah.
Imagine, man. But, yeah, Vegas is the same way. I don't know, we kind of... It's just been so different lately since, like, I don't know, since rec came, it was different from med. So it's going to be kind of interesting if Florida does go rec, how that's going to be. Because, like, being in Vegas, like, I'm sure being in Colorado at the time, too, when, like, it went from med to rec, you saw just, like, how good the weed got and then how terrible it got. Like, at least it did in Vegas.
No,
it was so good for a minute.
Yeah. It did.
And then it was so bad.
It goes back and forth. I mean, there's definitely better years than not, like, sometimes, depending on climate and what's going on in the world.
Yeah, well, the harvest.
Right, but I would say that the weed in Colorado now, though, is fire. My favorite weed usually comes from Colorado or California. Like, they just have their weed mechanics down. But that's because they've been doing it for so long. Now, though, you can get premium weed there for so cheap. Like, the price of weed in Colorado and California are amazing compared to the rest of the places I buy weed at. Like, Florida prices are freaking high. Puerto Rico, high. Everywhere, high.
I think it's just I'm used to paying that much. Because, I don't know, I'm just a bougie bitch when it comes to weed.
I mean, they're still good, but that's the thing. Like, you can get really great stuff now in Colorado and California for, like, nothing. And it's just because there's so many things out there. There's, like, a gajillion and one products in these dispensaries.
Yeah.
It's like they've totally, like, price gouged the market.
So, like, when you go, though, so, like, let's talk about a typical trip to, like, a dispensary, like, standard. So, like, you worked on both ends, right? Like, you worked as a dispo worker, right? Like a bud tender, did you?
No,
or did you just do promo?
I just did promo and wholesale. Like, I sold I sold weed to the dispensaries and then promos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never actually
So
worked
we do have, yeah, so we do have different experiences with that. But, like, so, I mean, obviously, so what would you say was, like, a typical, if you were going to go to the dispensary, what would you do? What would you get? What's your order?
My order, I mean, every week when I am in Colorado, I pretty much get the same order, like, at the beginning of every week. And I get an eighth. I go in for the early morning special. So I get an eighth for, like, $17 out the door, top shelf bud. And then I usually get 2 live resin carts. Usually I get that for, like, they're like 45, $50 a cart, so like $100 for those 2 things. And then generally I get like a pack of edibles for like 10 or $15.
Nice.
What is your typical order?
See, I don't have a typical order. I'm the worst. See, I think we're perfect to do this because we're like both ends of like the stoner spectrum. You're like the tried and true. Like, you know what you like, and I'm just like, I'm a brand girly. I like to try new shit all the time.
I mean, I always like to try new shit all the time. There's always like an extra goodie in there. But I know, like, at the beginning of the week, I have to have that amount to keep me alive for the rest of the week.
Oh, see, no, like, I'm crazy with it. I just, like, I don't really even vape. I've had these vapes for so long, like, I forget. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've had these, the reason I even bought these vapes was because I had it in my head that I was going to, like, be smoking in the car a lot. And, like, when do I do that anyway? And why would I do that? Well, I don't know. And then edibles, too. Like, that's the thing, I was working all the time, but it's like I wasn't even getting high. And so I'm like, where's my head? Spending all this money on weed. I don't know. Like, I just wanted to try it. I was like, oh, they have live resin cartridges. Oh, there's this new brand. Oh, there's this new dispensary. It's crazy. I think I tried, I don't know. And then I'll just buy, like, if I really want, like, for example, for 420, I really wanted to try this eighth, but it was like fucking $75 for the eighth. And I was like, I cannot in good conscience do that when there's like the same quality of weed for like $27 on sale right now. So I'm like, all right. But they had, the pre-rolls were all on sale. The gram pre-rolls were on sale for like $9. So I got a gram of the weed that I wanted to try for $9. And usually, from a dispensary point of view, this is like a little bonus tip, is they put the best weed in the pre-rolls. So, like, the top of the plant that they actually test goes in the pre-rolls because those numbers have to match. And for, like, the batches, it can be, like, the top, and then you can, like, get, like, the bottom batch that isn't even testing that high because it doesn't matter, but in the pre-rolls, it does. So they use the best usually in the pre-rolls, unless it's shake pre-rolls, and some brands do that, and you'll know. Yeah, you'll know right away because those are like the $5 pre-rolls, and you're like, oh, this has like fucking 12% THC in it. It's crazy. You're like, I'm smoking CBD.
I saw that they just like made a regulation against that in Colorado. They're like, I don't know, I don't want to speak wrong. I'm high right now, but I just got like a notice from the MED saying that they don't want cannabis stores to carry CBD flower, something like that, like straight CBD.
Yeah, I don't think most of them do, to be fair.
I don't think most of them do either, but obviously somebody did, so they had to write a rule about it, because that's the only time they start writing rules.
Because if you go into a dispensary, and this is what I also tell people that they don't realize, this is the chemistry behind it, is if you go into a dispensary and you're like, I want CBD, and they point you to something that has not a 1-to-1 ratio or like a one to like some sort of ratio of THC to CBD, they're gypping you and they have no idea what they're talking about, because CBD only works like if THC is there to activate it.
Right.
So yeah, that's why like these Delta 9 and CBD and all this bullshit is bullshit. It's just like research chemicals. I'm waiting for the day. Like, remember Spice when that used to be legal and then they took that shit off the shelves?
It's gonna come. I know
Oh,
Delta.
yeah, for
I
sure.
know there's a lot of people, not people, my bad, states, trying to regulate Delta 8 right now. Because it is like booming. Like when I went to Louisiana and Miami, there was a fucking ton of Delta 8 in Miami. And like what was crazy was some of the girls were smoking it. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, stop. Don't try to trick me that this is weed. This is not weed. Did you walk away? Because we can't hear you.
Me?
Oh, yeah, I thought you walked away. It sounded like you were saying something, but you were far away.
No, that's my music.
I ate so
It's
many
so
of these
weedy.
cookies.
I just hit this pen way too many times. I forget that it's weed.
I'm still hitting mine. I'm getting pretty stoned. It's really good. I love these live carts. I was smoking distillate for months.
Just distillate?
Yeah, distillate. It was awful. And now that I have
that
this,
used to be the worst.
Now I have this live stuff, I'm gonna have a hard time smoking distillate again. This is what's gonna make me move. Honestly, it's taking me years to move somewhere beautiful like this because I know the access to the types of marijuana I like is limited because we're not legal yet. So that's like probably the quickest way that's gonna get me to move back out. I'm just saying. I'm gonna get tired of not being able to walk to a fucking dispensary like a Walgreens.
It's gotta be there soon. Like, even as like a medical. Cause like Puerto Rico's got it.
Puerto Rico's medical, and medical licenses from other states and countries transfer to Puerto Rico. So you can, if you have your, Colorado, Florida, wherever medical card, you can shop in their dispensaries there, which is cool because I think that I've seen a lot of Caribbean islands kind of do it that way, like Jamaica does it that way, and I feel like it is a good example of like cannabis tourism and how these places can make revenue off that, or how they can write the laws so that they can not only allow and help locals get access to it, but they can generate some revenue off of visitors coming to smoke and have these experiences.
There's so much that can be done, and it's just, I doubt, I don't know. Hopefully one day.
I feel like in the next 7 years,
never say never.
I think 7 years is when it'll be federally legal.
We think 7 years? How many? It's not that many states, is it?
No, but we have the challenging
like
ones
20?
left, like the South, who just fucking I don't know if you've been. I don't know if I want to talk about this on here, but I'm gonna talk about it.
Like, go for it. We can always cut it out later.
Did you see that Arizona reversed the abortions? Like, you can't have abortions in Arizona anymore.
Oh, no, but like that seems on brand for Arizona.
Yeah, they do have weed there, so kind of off topic. But like states like Texas is what's going to hold up the federal legalization. Although Texas does have a medical marijuana dispensary down in Austin, which I did go to see I like awkwardly walked in there and was like, "Hi, I'm in the industry. I just wanted to like check your place out. I know I don't have a license, so I like literally couldn't go past their front desk."
Wow.
But I got to say hi, so that was cool, and say I went. Yeah, little weed trip. I travel for weed. Every time I go to a place, like, I want to know where the best weed is. Where do you think the best weed you've ever smoked in your life was?
I don't know. I haven't smoked a lot of other states' weeds. I guess I've smoked California, but I've always smoked California weed because Vegas is right there. I used to pay $20 a gram to a dude who didn't even smoke weed. And then when he'd come back with the strains, my friend and I would sit there on weed maps and try to figure out what dispensaries he went to based on the strains he'd bring back. Because they were like blue alien weird shit.
That was some investigation.
That weed was... so we did weed in California. I don't think I smoked Arizona weed, but the Maine had a strain there that I wanted to try. It's called Sticky, after one of their songs, but I did not get a chance. We smoked weed in Colorado. I don't know. I've smoked Florida weed. I feel like, honestly, it's all pretty much, like, it's all pretty decent weed now. But I do, even when I'm in Vegas, though, I still get Cali weed.
Cali weed is good.
I just do this.
And it's cheap. It is so good and so cheap. I love the weed in Cali.
I don't think the Cali weed that I smoke is cheap.
Well,
but that's just me. But that's the thing, too. It's like, I don't know. Because, like, I'm just a girl. I don't know how much that is. I don't know. I'm just a girl. I know it's expensive, though. But I have smoked some really crazy strains. Like, I know right now there's, like, a strain going on. It's called, like, the Ribbit bag or something. And it's, like, a frog bag. And I don't even know what the fuck it is, right? But, like, it's, like, $10K for, like, a fucking ounce of that shit. Like, $10,000. Like, ooh.
That's wild.
Fucking, yeah. I can't. Like, the weed game is crazy. Just insane. And I know, like, I don't know. I'm not going to get too much further into that. But, yeah, no, the weed game's crazy right now. You can make a lot of money in the weed game. I'm sure, like, even if it's a problem. That's why, like, I don't know, all those people went legal, like, when it had to go legal, because they, like, they're cracking down on all that illegal shit, but, like, that's where all the money is right now, and all the legal shit is just kind of, like, so cheap you can't make any money, so you're, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't right now.
It really is.
They got us.
I mean...
They got us.
Yeah. You can't really... But that's exactly the fight, right? Like, that's how it was going on when alcohol prohibition was going on.
I know. I said that as soon as, like, it started to go legal. I was like, look, I know it's great and everything, but at the same time, I'm so anti-government. I'm like, I don't need it to regulate it. I'm going to do it regardless. Like, it's cool that you approve of it now, but, like, it makes me nervous that you do. It's, like, fucking exactly like prohibition. And then, like, the Delta 9 shit is happening, and, like, people are probably going to die or something. And then they're going to blame weed, and then it's going to be, you know, then they're just going to, like, give us enough rope to hang ourselves with, which they've already done.
Well, I mean, that was what happened in Colorado. That was why we, like, lowered our medical limits, was because someone, according to this article, or what I heard, there was I think he was over 18. And he had a medical license or something, but apparently this man had taken a dab right before he killed himself. So
oh, great.
Yeah, this like group of, like, you know, angry moms, whatever, anti-cannabis people were like blaming the dab or marijuana on, you know, his impaired judgment to take his life, and that was like one of the cases that they presented to like regulate it down to, because you used to be able to get 16, I don't know, you used to get at least 16, I think 16 grams of concentrate if you were a medical license holder in Colorado, because I know I bought a lot, but now it's only 8, which is the same on the rec side, 8 grams of concentrate.
I know in Vegas it was, they had these, do you remember Chiba Chews?
Yeah, I fucking still love Chiba Chews.
They changed them though, and everybody was so upset because they changed the law like probably like 2-3 months into it, maybe longer. But the Chiba Chew itself was just one solid piece because like you could only have, I think it was like 100 milligrams. And so they had, but you could have, I think like they had it up to like 250 or something. I don't know. It was something crazy. The Chiba Chews used to be like crazy. And then they had to like break them down into pieces and they became less crazy.
Yeah, they're like
little... And nobody likes them anymore. It was so bad. I just remember like we had them, we had to get rid of all of them. And they just like suddenly were in like pieces because somebody said that somebody could overdose or they didn't know how much they were eating if it was in one piece. You had to do like the correct dosage, and I was just like, the whole piece is 100 milligrams. Like you'll be fine. Like what are you gonna do?
But that's the thing. That's like what's so crazy. Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen like product in this industry just wasted and destroyed over things like that. Like how many other businesses have to? I mean, I guess people have to go through that, like, in the food and beverage, like, salmonella and shit. But, like, not quite, like, the same.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been crazy. It's been, like, a wild ride from start to finish with all of that, to be fair. I don't even think, like, most of the stuff that I really liked isn't even around anymore. Like this, like all of the stuff that was actually medicinal that people like could use for medicinal purposes is gone.
Yeah,
like
well,
Mary's medicinals had like really good shit, like topicals
they
and like
still are around,
the skin patches. Yeah, but they don't do the THC. They don't do the THC patches anymore, and that shit was great. They introduced me to CBN. They don't have it in Vegas. They don't have the patches. But they don't sell because Vegas.
That's why though, because they don't have. I mean, that's the problem with the industry. All these brands, they can't get any bigger because they have to each have their own manufacturing plant in each state.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, they can just be smart like every other business and like make their product in one manufacturing plant and ship it, because we can't ship it across borders. So that's why it's like, but now it's becoming more popular for these multi-state owners.
Well, they couldn't federally own stock, so like they were all like Canadian buyers. Like the owners of the dispensary, at least in Vegas, like, and I know you know more for that, but like the investors and everything that were in Vegas, they'd come through like fucking twacked out of their minds. I remember when he came through, like, took his shirt off in the middle of a crowded dispensary because like the Fish concert was gonna happen and like some awards were happening.
Oh my god, this literally is fucking MJ Biz concert. This is the cannabis industry. This is a really good. Keep going.
And she, like, fucking, the person that was supposed to set up this promo for the Fish concert dipped out to go see the Fish concert and left us with no idea what the product was or what the promo was or what she told her friends who were here to see Fish. Well, the owners here taking his shirt off in the middle of the dispensary to throw on his fucking shirt, this dispensary shirt, and show his friends, and he's, like, sitting there talking to me, trying to pull me away from customers who are trying to buy shit, and, like, get me to waive my because everything is behind coded doors. So we all have like the cards, you know, like the security cards, and like a heavy ass lanyard with all this shit on it. And he pulls me away with my iPad to go to the back to like go through a series of doors to let him into the back where he isn't really supposed to be anyway, like legally. He has no license to be back there. He shouldn't be back there. Nor should anybody be letting him back there. Especially not to give a tour to his friends. Like, there's a vault back there with weed. Like, there's literally a vault. Like, it's a vaulted door where somebody sits in the back in a box and gives you weed that you order. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty lawless.
These men children. It feels like even worse in Vegas because, like, it already has a reputation, so these people just come here and just, like, well I guess it's not here anymore, but...
It's definitely Vegas as a whole. Vegas is just, like, fucking wild. Like, Vegas is hard to do business in. Like, you know, that's why probably a lot of people want to leave. Like, I'm just saying, like, they have, especially as much as we call Vegas Sin City, over my last, like, 10 years of working in Las Vegas, like, it's not that they don't like sin, they just want to tax the fuck out of sin. If you're doing any business that involves excise tax and regulation, just viva lost wages, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what, the house always wins.
Yeah, always.
That's the thing, they shut down, and there's no grassroots happening in Vegas. There's none of that shit. It's all corporate. It's all taxable shit. The gaming industry runs that shit. Like, it is still the mob. Like, nothing's changed. Names and faces, same shit.
Same shit, different era.
No, for real, though.
I saw that Mariah Carey is going to have a residency in Las Vegas.
Huh?
Mariah Carey is going to have a residency in Las Vegas.
That's crazy. That's where people's careers go to die.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh, okay.
I was just like, oh, okay. Wasn't Britney there? Like, she was supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, she was there.
I ate the whole roll of Biscoff cream cookies.
Oh, I'm glad.
That was my dinner, and potato salad, and some carrot salad.
It's like Waldorf salad.
It's not like that. It's like a Caribbean. I keep seeing it and trying different ones. It's like shredded carrots and craisins.
Huh.
It's such an interesting combination, but it's really good.
That is weird. I have to pee. That's what I think is happening now.
Do you want to wrap the episode up?
Yeah, I think we might as well. We've been on, like, how much? We've got a lot. I was going to say, is there anything else we want to cover?
I don't think so. Just wish everyone a happy and safe 420.
Oh, yeah. Happy 420. Be safe. Smoke good. Always go for the terps, not the THC.
Facts.
What's your favorite strain?
My favorite strain? Snap.
And it's strain, not strand. I'll slap the fuck out of anybody if I hear that one more time.
I have a lot of favorites. Like my old school favorite that I think has just stayed. Oh, I can't. It's so hard to decide. Okay, I really like Runts and I like Northern Lights. And I have this particular strain I get at home for my carts, and it's mac and cheese.
Okay. Is it head cheese, blue cheese? What is it across? Just cheese?
Just cheese for sure. I don't know what the mac is. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Mac is Monster Alien Cookies.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's really fucking
Mac
good.
is one of my favorites. Yeah, I like cookies. I like Mac. I like Runs. I think Zushi was my favorite for a while, Blue Zushi. I have the Run School in the Dark Rolling tray, so I mean, obviously. But I think my favorite strain of all time, like old school, can't even really find it anymore. Every time I do, like, even kind of see a cross of it, I have to get it. Super Silver Haze.
I like, yeah.
My favorite.
Anything haze.
I like the African land rays. Exactly, the African land rays. And the fun fact is, you know why? In Durban Poison. And the thing is, right, is because it's got THCV in it, which is an appetite suppressant. So it gives me the head high and the body high without the hunger.
Durban Poison does that?
Yeah, it's the THCV.
I have
specifically
a 5-gram Durban Poison pen in my fridge right now. I'm gonna go hit that. That's what I need to be fucking smoking at night, so I don't eat a whole roll of Biscoff cream cookies.
Yeah, but when it goes to the vapes, terps don't matter anymore. Matter doesn't mean that other stuff because it's all THC at that point because it's already been pressed to concentrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're live resin, so.
Yeah, that's, I smoke live. Well, I'm smoking live.
I guess. I don't know if does that affect any of, like, the...
It does affect the terpenes. That's the whole benefit of having live. Because live flower and live processed material, it's fresh frozen flour versus your dry stuff. So, like, dry material...
Well, there's no heat element to it, but I'm talking about, does it, for the THC, like, for the... Because I know, like, CBN and CBD and all of that's, like, affected by, like, timing and, like, oxidation and all of that. Like, does it matter if you vape it for... I don't know. That was my question.
I don't think
I know it, like, affects the terpenes.
Yeah.
Because it's cold pressed, so you don't heat it. Because, like, that's the whole point of the distillate is you heat it up and then you reintroduce the terpenes that are usually not cannabis derived.
Right. But that's why they usually use just, like, trash flour to make distillate. I feel like is always bottom of the barrel bad weed. The live, all the live stuff and the resins and the rosins, like they fresh or flash freeze all that flour like right when it's cropped. It's like, you know how they say like having frozen fruit in your smoothies is better for you because there's more nutrients that was like reserved like immediately because they just picked it and froze it. It's like the same with weed basically. So they pick it, they flash freeze it, and then it keeps all those terpenes, and it's just way better quality weed than distillate. And it keeps more of the natural properties of the pot. It's my professional view on that.
Okay, so I found this place called Earth Wellness, and it's got what they call Skinny, which is a THCV live resin 2-gram cartridge. It's 25% plus pure THCV, which is 500 milligrams, and live resin terpenes, no MCT, PG, VG, PEG, or vitamin E. It's $50, but I don't understand how you can sell this. See, I don't trust any of these places. Because how are you selling full spectrum? You can't be, right?
Full spectrum what? THC?
CBD and THC, yeah, full spectrum. You can't be, this can't be real.
I don't know.
Mushroom gummies, you're just selling, like, straight up mushroom gummies? Like, what are the mushrooms? Like, lion's mane? Like, sure. Right? Like, that has to be it.
Well, no one can... Who's selling mushroom gummies? Where are you looking right now?
It's just a website, like earthwellness.com. I looked up THCV, like, vape, if you could vape it, and what would happen, and then it took me to THC vapes. It's like this website, and it just, like, sells all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't trust these places.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything like that. I don't know. I just buy my shit from the dispensary. I really don't like to buy my vapes off black market because stuff like that, I don't fucking know what it is. Half the time it's
it's not even
real.
the black market. The fact that it has like a whole fucking website is crazy.
Well, these people, it's been.
And they take Sezzle.
Yeah, that's not a real. That's not a real dispensary. That's like one of the ones that we met in Miami at that show we went to. That she has a really good website. She has even an online ordering system.
They've even got reviews, and I'm like, it's gotta be like placebo. It's gotta be. There's no way you're getting fucking visuals. I don't know. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna assume.
There's only one way to find out. Do it for research.
I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm not buying it.
No, hell no.
I'm giving these people my money. I'm gonna get scammed.
Tell her, message her, and ask if she wants us to sample it for this podcast.
I'm like, look, I came across your shit.
We want to know.
I mean, what's the worst they're gonna say? No, you know.
Right, exactly. Okay, I'm right where I started.
Affiliate program. Road trip products do not contain THC, but that's the mushroom stuff. Return a product. Retail and wholesale. That's crazy.
Where is this in? What state is this in? Does it say?
I'm in the state of confusion as to what I'm supposed to be doing at this website. State of distress. What? I need a mushroom gummy to navigate this. How am I supposed to talk to anybody? You just don't? Oh, wait, help center? Contact us. Report issue. Road trip questions. What should the request say? Hey, does your product work?
Did we talk about everything for the episode?
I think so. We got our favorite strains, favorite method of consumption.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Then yeah, I think that's it. I think we even said bye, and then we just came back and started talking again.
I don't know if we said bye, but we can just end it at some point. I need to stop the recording.